Moving to Nigeria, Africa's most populous country was driven to a standstill amid a widespread blackout yesterday. The country's main labor unions began an indefinite strike on Monday over the government's failure to agree to a new minimum wage. However, it has now been suspended as talks continue with the government in order to reach an agreement. During the strike, union workers shut down the national grid and disrupted airline operations across the nation. Two of the biggest unions in the West African country, the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, demanded an increase in their salaries. Now, their demands come as Nigeria grapples with the worst cost of living crisis in decades. Workers have shut down the national electricity grid and driven away operators at key transmission stations. Meanwhile, the people sent to restore the power grid were denied access. The strike had also severely affected travel. Passengers were left stranded at major airports. All incoming and outgoing flights had been grounded. Airlines United Nigeria said that the striking workers weren't allowing its flights to operate. Meanwhile, the Nigerian airline Ibom Air suspended flights amid the strikes.
My flight was for 11 a.m. this morning to Abuja, and I've been here since like 7 a.m. We're not granted access to go in. And it's looking like there's no hope because it's almost 12. And the workers that were inside were chased to be outside right now. So all hope is lost and I have to go back and hope we can move tomorrow.
The unions are demanding that the government raise the minimum wage from 30,000 naira or $20 to nearly 500,000 naira or over $300. The Nigerian government has offered to increase salaries by 100% to 60,000 naira, but the workers have rejected the proposal. Now, despite being Africa's fourth largest economy, Nigeria's minimum wage is not even among the continent's top 10. In fact, it lags far behind countries like the Seychelles. Now, this is the fourth strike that the unions are staging since the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu assumed office last year. Tinubu's administration has been plagued by Nigeria's downward spiraling economy. In May last year, Tinubu ended a decades-long but costly fuel subsidy. This led to the cost of commodities and public transport soaring. Meanwhile, Tinubu's government also devalued the naira currency to encourage foreign investment. After two devaluations in June of 2023 and January of 2024, the naira has now lost about 60% of its value. This has raised the prices of basic commodities in the import-dependent country. All of these factors have resulted in the nation's inflation rate shooting up, and it currently stands at an almost three-decade high. Now, the Tinubu administration says that the union's demand would increase the government's wage bill by 9.5 trillion naira, or $6.3 billion. And that, officials say, will destabilize Nigeria's economy. Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison LaGrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.